So here we come to the end of your module 1. So a big congratulations to you for completing your module 1. This is a great step that you have taken to get your finances in place. Module 1 forms the basis of everything that you're going to learn in the following modules. So everything that you've learned in this session is extremely important. While we cannot wait to get started with mutual funds and learn everything about it in module 2, let's just quickly revise everything that we learned and let us tell you a few things that you can do in the next few days while module 2 becomes live for you. First, make a list of all your income and expenses in the Know Your Savings tool. So take some time, look at the tool and make a list of all your income and expenses for the month. Now, while we are talking about expenses, yes, we must have a look at our credit cards. So go through your last few months' credit card, analyze your expenses properly and make a list of them in your Know Your Savings tool. Don't forget those things that you swipe on your credit card. Second, set up an auto pay for all your utility bills on your credit card. If you don't have a credit card, you can still do these on your debit card. And set up a credit card due date reminder on your phone. Don't forget this. Now let's talk about your savings. Once your income and expenses are taken care of, the first thing in savings you have to do is set up your 2 bank accounts. Yes, if you already have 2 bank accounts, then decide which one is going to be your income and which one is going to be your investment account. Ensure that the one that you select to be an investment account is a good nationalized bank or one of the big private banks which has good net banking services and also lets you invest in all the various products. It shouldn't happen that you designate a bank account to be your investment bank and it does not provide you all the features that you want. So do that research. Set up a standing instruction for transferring a fixed sum from your income account to your investment account each month. This fixed sum is nothing but your investments. I'm sure you guys remember all the learnings that we did in session 1 of this module. If you have more financial responsibilities, save 30 to 40% of your take-home income. And if not, then you're right. 60 to 70% of your take-home income. If you are a salaried person, then it is a very important to-do for you. Make a note of your UAN number and register on the EPFO website to get an easy access of your monthly numbers of EPF. While we are waiting for the next module to go live and you're interested to keep up with everything that you've been learning, you can start reading these things. You can read the Mint Money section of the Mint newspaper. You can read the ET Wealth section of the Economic Times. We have attached the links in the description of this session, so you can go and access it over there. Where you're interested in reading some books, you can check out Rich Dad and Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. It is the first book to read for anyone who's starting on the journey of wealth creation. The second book that you can pick up is The Richest Man in Babylon by George S. Clason. These 2 books are very basic books in the field of personal finance, but they are classics and their learnings have never gone old. So I'm sure that these books will reiterate all the concepts that we've discussed in this module. You can find the Amazon link of these books in the description below. So we hope that you stay up with your learnings and we will see you next Thursday with module 2, Basics of Mutual Fund.